Well, it's been a quiet week here in Lake Scabagon, my hometown. It's another Thunderfest Thursday recap episode. Today continues where they left off last week. They work through breakfast and day 2 of the festival. And of course, Big Spanker talk.
Day 2.
We woke up to lots of rain.
Lots of rain. Very important.
Lots of rain.
But thankfully, it stopped in time for the festival.
Yep. But we had a great breakfast recommendation from Brock.
Yes, we did.
He is clutch in that way.
Yeah. Where'd you go to brunch?
We went to breakfast at the Cricket Cafe. We met up with Maverick. Brock sadly could not make it.
Yeah. How was it?
It was delicious.
So good. Let me tell you, the food there.
Oh,
Dude, that breakfast burrito I got, it was enormous, and it was probably the best breakfast burrito I have ever had.
yeah. I had the French toast, and they had all kinds of deliciousness with the cardamom butter and the syrup. Oh, I love a good breakfast, and that was to die for.
Good breakfast is clutch.
Right? Big fan. We hung out there for a bit, heard some great stories from Maverick.
We'll have them on the pod 2026.
Oh, man. Stay tuned. Smash that subscribe button because we're going to have him on at some point.
And who told you to go there?
Brock did.
That's
you know
right.
who brought us?
You know who told us? Brick told us.
No, I just want to make sure I gave myself accreditation for that recommendation.
Yep.
It was,
That's your new. That's
it's
your
one of
new
my
nickname.
favorite spots. Yeah.
Brick
Yes.
told us. Then we headed over to the festival. We waited until the rain subsided a little bit because
Sure.
I mean we got there in time for Destroy Ned Allen, which was the first band. But then as opposed to the day before, we got there for 11 a.m. We got there probably about 12:30 this time around. So
Yeah. But we got in, and apparently overnight during the rain, everything had flooded. There was one part, like the area in between the stage and the merch area. A bunch of the volunteers were there with like trash cans and just scooping water and carrying it across and like dumping it like elsewhere.
it kind of made a little ravine
yeah.
between the stage and the merch area.
And they had taken like pallets and plywood and kind of like stacked them and made like a bridge so you could get across.
Which was mad cool. I enjoyed going over the bridge.
That's
Yeah.
clutch, yeah.
But because of the very Furnace Fest style, there's a bridge that goes in between the merch area and the stage. Just the water had been kind of coming off the bridge, and so that created that big flood space in between.
Gotcha.
Which thankfully did not hit like the sound system or anything like that,
If the
because
sounds-
that would have
Right.
that would have
Right.
shut everything down.
If the soundboard had been about 50 feet to 100, even 100 feet back, it would have shut everything down because
Right.
all the water would have hit it.
I showed up. You guys were already there.
Destroy Nate Allen, they played in the merch area rather than on stage. And what they had us all do was they had everybody that was there kind of make a circle around them.
Right.
And they just kind of performed, no mics or anything like that. And they performed like in the middle and, very interactive with the crowd.
Right.
A lot of participation, a lot of Brock participation.
Let's say Brock Dittis participated.
Brock did participate. We have video that we shared on our Insta story. It's also going to be up in our highlights, so go check that out. But yeah, he led the whole group in our morning calisthenics
It's a good way to
And
start.
some hardcore dancing.
and some hardcore dancing.
Because no one knows hardcore dancing like Brock Dittis.
Hey, he was right up front for No Innocent Victim.
He was.
He knows the hardcore band.
He
Yeah.
definitely knows the hardcore band.
Yeah. No one knows more than he does about the hardcore band.
I knew what to expect because I had seen Destroy Nate Allen before, so I was prepared this time. I was like, I know what I'm walking into. But also, they were not at the stage, so I came in next to the stage.
Oh yeah.
At the stage, it was entirely empty, so I was like, well, better go to the big building, big barn, and see if there's anybody in there. And that was where the circle of people were in the middle of the merch booth area, right in front of the Destroy Nate Allen merch booth, and they were already going.
Yeah.
I say Nate, you say Allen, right?
Yep.
Nate.
Allen.
Alan. So yeah,
And I screwed it up because he goes and you sit and that's been a joke with Maverick and I. He goes, ready, 1, 2, 3, and I go, Alan. and Maverick has not let me live it down. In fact, he just texted me now, Alan.
perfect. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. They did what they do. They were very boisterous,
Yes.
very exuberant. Yeah, and people were into it. It was, I think the people that were there.
Yep.
I'm not sure how many folks knew what they were in for with destroying Nate Allen, but everybody there seemed to be enjoying themselves. So
Yeah, a lot of
Oh,
a lot of crowd participation and interaction.
yeah, that's the
It was
whole
fun.
the whole act, right?
Yeah.
It's real, and I'm a big fan of performance art as well. Like I think performance art is fun because it takes a thing that people are expecting and inverts
Right.
it or turns it on its head or just kind of, tears down whatever it is. Destroy Nate Allen. We're tearing down the concept you have of Nate Allen.
That's right.
And yeah, and they invited me to do a little dance, right? There was this
Yes, you
song with
did.
they were just like everybody do what Brock does and asked me to dance, and so I delivered because
You did.
it reminded me of when I go to a wedding and it's just like let's do the most ridiculous, the stupidest dance moves you can think of, and let's do them a lot. And so that was what I did in service of the act.
And you killed it, my friend. It was
Kind
pretty
of you,
great. Yeah, we
kind of
have it
you.
all on
Thank you.
video. That'll be on the Patreon later.
I like that you started the video just of my backside. I didn't know that I had that much groove in my backside, and apparently
Oh,
I do. So thank
your
you.
your backside grooves, bro.
My goodness, yeah.
Growl.
Send
I right?
that to
Yeah.
Adele. Let her know.
I will. I will.
And Detroit Nate Allen also did a shout out to my friend Anthony. So Anthony, my boy, knows how to connect with people, and he'll just start talking to people, and he's very good conversationalist in the sense of he'll talk to anybody and everybody. So he talked to Tessa and Nate, and they talked about their West Coast and East Coast differences. So Tessa and Nate were like on East Coast and West Coast. Anthony and his wife, Anthony grew up in Rhode Island. Ness grew up in Washington. So they dedicated a song to him about those differences in West Coast and East Coast.
Nice.
So like and the pecan and pecan, the whole.
Mm.
So it was very cool to see
So-
them just right now and do that. Sorry.
Where do we all stand on the pecan debate?
I'd go either way.
Oh, wow. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AC/DC, those that swing both ways.
Right. Yeah, no, around here, I think it's kind of how it goes. It's a pecan pie,
Yep.
Mm.
And a
Okay.
pecan
but it's a
To eat.
pecan.
singular.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. I got a bunch of pecans I'm eating, but I'm eating a pecan pie.
Staunch pecan in my family, but Tammy says pecan because that's typical in the South. But my
Right.
grandfather, Harry Leroy Chamberlain, always used to say, a pecan is something you go to the bathroom in. A pecan is a nut that you eat. So in our house, it was a pecan because he wasn't going to hear that pecan nonsense.
And that's super interesting because when my wife and I in New York, we called aunts the
Right.
we aunt and aunt. We call them
Yes.
aunt. In,
Yeah,
in
same.
New England, it's aunt
Right.
because
right.
ant is not something that a little bug that goes on the ground that you step on.
I have one aunt who says we should call her aunt, which we refused because that's not how we
Right.
do.
Exactly.
And she used to reference that like an ant is a little bug that crawls on the ground. I
you
am
step
your
on
aunt. And I was like, nice, Aunt Carrie. We're not calling you that.
Oh, so good.
Your high horse, go ahead and get off of it. Sorry, that was an aside. Continue on. with
No, I started the aside.
Wait, that happens on this podcast?
Yeah, I had no idea.
First time ever in the history. Pete apologize for our one aside ever.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
Okay. Well, we stand resolute.
Yeah, so Detroit Nate Allen absolutely killed it. That was a great set. And then and next was the janitors,
Then the janitors cleaned it up.
literally.
Yeah. Maverick was telling us they were a Tom Fest staple, so they actually had a
Okay.
pretty good crowd there for that show.
Wow.
That was so great.
Are they more performance driven than music driven?
Sort of. It's almost
Like as
like
far as the live theatrical, I'm going off of the
yeah,
videos
it's
I saw
oh okay.
without any knowledge of them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Time out or time in. The main reason I put so many different videos up on the Instagram was for you. Yeah, because I'm
Pete,
like,
I appreciate that.
yeah, I'm gonna post this and for Missy
Yep.
and for Josh Lawless, but mainly for our fourth that couldn't make that.
And
Yeah.
I watched each and every one of them
You did.
with,
The
with
likes
interest.
prove it.
Yeah, so the janitors are very kind of like you said, like performance based. So
Yeah.
solid band. So like you've got the band,
Okay.
but the singer is just kind of doing, you know, this is just my interpretation of it. So if I'm misinterpreting their art, I apologize. But just kind of
Again, I have to apologize, but yes,
okay.
True. Pete will apologize on
Pete
your behalf.
apologizes if I am wrong on this.
I'll do it.
But but just kind of this over the top lead singer persona type thing. It's very entertaining. Like Maverick was saying, Tom Fest staple. At one point, they were doing a song about his shoe, and just going on and on. And the whole
I saw
crowd is
those
like holding
videos.
up,
Yeah.
yeah, like holding up their shoes.
I was impressed by the one young lady who took off her like multiple buckle boot
Oh yeah.
and put that in the air. Yeah. Where us old guys, Maverick did it right. He brought up a picture of a shoe on a phone and he put that up.
I just Googled it and like there's a video on YouTube of the janitors doing my shoe at Tom Fest in '99.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, send that in the chat.
Okay.
But fun fact, the singer from the Janitors was in a band called BPM back when I was on tour out on the West Coast, and we played Not Tom Fest. So we talked about it a little
Oh
bit
yeah.
in the Carmen episode. So he was the one that was actually in that band, and the other two members of BPM were also there. So I got to meet up with them, and I was over. They had a booth where they had like a zine that they do. I'm kind of walking by and Patricia says, "Oh, do you have any questions?" And I said, "I actually do have kind of a random question. Is your name Patricia?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Were you in BPM?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "We played I'm from like Boston and we happened to be out here on tour and we played Not Tom Fest and you guys were there and I was glued to your set. I could not stop watching it. And I
Oh
took a
wow.
million pictures and like I talked to you guys afterwards and was like, "Do you have anything recorded? Because I need to bring this home because I want to tell everybody about it because it was like fascinating." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's great. The other guys are here." And like, so they came over. We got a picture. We got to hang out and talk a little
I saw
bit.
the
And
picture. Yeah.
yeah, oh, it was really fun.
That's cool.
And that's fun because I was trying to figure out that connection. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be the outro. I'll put some BPM as the outro music.
There you
Ooh,
go.
little VPM action.
There's no beat to it. So that was the thing with BPM was, like typical like noise punk type stuff. There's at least a beat to it, but they
Right.
didn't want to do that.
Mm.
So they were unlistenable on purpose.
Yes. And it was fascinating to watch because people would be like
Sure.
walking by and they just see these like crust punk guys and girl like sitting on the stage just making noise and like banging on stuff like just randomly. And they're just
Right.
people are just like, "What the hell is this?" And I was just like, "This is amazing." Like I've never seen anything like this. It's fascinating for whatever reason, but I'm
Right.
also enjoying watching the utter confusion of everybody walking by. Like
Right.
oh, I'm never going to see anything like this performance again.
Yeah. Now that's cool that you got to like chat it up with them. after
Yeah.
all these years. Especially
Yep.
after mentioning it to Carmen and then like, yeah, they were there and you got to follow through on that.
Yeah. So Brock, with them being like a Tom Fest staple, were you aware of the janitors beforehand?
No, I wasn't. I
Oh,
had never
okay.
seen him before. But I liked what I saw.
Yeah, it definitely falls into more of the performance-based rock.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. It's a good day for it.
Yeah, no, it was enjoyable. I love the costume change in the middle from the lead.
And I'm assuming that was the same old costume as well. Was that like what they would have worn back in the day
I would
or a
assume.
recreation?
I think so, based on the video I found on from like 99. It looks
So much
similar.
American flag.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
shirt he had underneath it was a Blenderhead shirt. So
It's
Oh,
wonderful. It's a good
nice.
homage. I don't think any of us took off our shoes, right?
Only Maverick, who did not
Okay.
take off his shoes, but he definitely brought up a shoe on his phone.
That's right. That's right. He displayed an image of a shoe. Yeah, which is the way to do it. I should have thought of that. He's very smart.
He was very smart, ahead of his time.
I looked down at the ground and saw that where I was standing was still a little bit of a puddle, and I decided I did not want to take off my shoe at that point.
That was part of my calculation as well.
Yep,
Yeah.
and shout out to Skechers slip-ins. I had one of those on, but I also looked down and went, "Nope, I don't need wet socks." But then self-care was next, and what did you
Self-care
think
was
of
great.
self-care?
Yeah, I really enjoyed them, and I went up to thank them for the set a little bit later in the day,
Hmm.
and I was asking Ryan, the singer, like, "Hey, do you guys have any connection to the Tooth and Nail stuff?" And he said they didn't have like they weren't part of any Tooth and Nail bands, but they
Hmm.
were big influences on him. And I had been trying to figure out what they sounded like, and
Right.
I was
Right.
like, it's kind of like a Starflyer thing. And the last song that they played, I was like, this is really, really Starflyer-ish. And it turned out it's because they were covering Starflyer. They did
Right.
Hard Taker from Americana as their closing number. So,
Yep.
And it was
But
pretty
yeah,
great.
But yeah, I was
That'll
doing the
do it.
same thing while they were playing. I was like, it kind of sounds like Driver 8. And then I was trying to figure
hmm
out like, okay, is this the guy from Driver 8? But it didn't quite sound like that. And I was
yeah,
like, no, kind of Starflyer-ish era, just that general vibe. And then, then they did the Starflyer song, and I was like, oh, all right.
totally. Yeah.
Great set from self-care. Had y'all heard of Tennis Pro beforehand?
I had not, but I was doing some research to try and fill in my concert attendances after talking to Nate about whether we had met before or not.
Sure.
And I realized that Tennis Pro was performing way back in like '09 or something at this Backspace venue in Portland, that which is where I saw Nate Allen. I forget if it's the same bill or not, but
Really.
yeah, they've been around for a while.
That's pretty cool. No, I was impressed. Like the lineup throughout Thunderfest was super impressive, and each band killed it in their own way. But I never heard Tennis Pro, and I enjoyed their set.
Totally.
That brings us to Brandon Reed from the Skirbies.
Yeah, because we didn't know he was in a band. He was there like
Yeah,
he had just been in the pit the whole night before, right?
that's right. And he was the
This
guy
guy
that
in
just kept,
overalls, and yeah,
and coming up and just saying hi to everybody, like just
Yeah.
the nicest guy. Just hey, you having a good time? Hey, you having a good time? Like Brandon was one of the nicest dudes from the festival. And then he was up on stage with a guitar, and I went, okay, this is cool.
yeah. Yeah, and he was like he was a real like what's that gosh, what is Lee Nash's husband's name? Stephen Wilson Jr.
Hmm.
Kind of like that sort of vibe,
Yeah.
kind of like a low
Wait,
voiced country.
wait a second. Lee Nash is married to Stephen Wilson Jr.
Yes. Sorry, we missed out again.
Wait, 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 wait. So I'm so sorry. Because he played Newport Folk Fest.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She's
He's
probably
a
there
big
too, huh?
deal. Yeah.
And what was he in? Was he in something else? Was he in another band?
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
he's got to have some musical experience or something, but I don't know that he's had like a large history with other
Okay.
bands or anything. He's just kind of there on the scene now, kind of starting to get recognized, starting to get famous.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
did not realize that connection. I thought she was married to somebody else. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Sorry, that's for a future
Well,
podcast. We'll talk
Who'd
more
you
about
think
was.
she was married to?
She used to be.
Well, yes, but I mean, I thought anyway. Never mind.
And here's
If
the
we-
connector. She used to date Jason Martin from Starflyer. So
Yes.
that's why the set list, that's why the roster listed who they did this year at Thunderfest. Most likely. That's the reason.
Okay.
Can't
Oh,
think of another.
no other reason. Well, all right. So, all right. Well, cool. Brandon Reed, great. I loved his acoustic set. He did some great songs, and it was fun because that was when I actually got to sit kind of on the gravel,
Right.
which
It was
was
the only seated set.
yeah, and kind of sit
The
down
cushy
and
gravel. Yeah.
the super cushy gravel and enjoy his music.
And probably worth noting that he ended up with a neat little kind of country boy song about growing up in the country and
Yep.
living in the country and how he'll always be in the country. You know, like any
Mhm.
good country song is usually has that element.
That's right.
Cliffy Huntington was there. And Cliffy, I think, single-handedly started the crowd clapping, kind of like a slow
He
clap
did. He
beat
did.
for this song because it deserved it. And so, Cliffy, thank you for one of many gifts that he gave us this weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the cool part was in day one, like so many artists were like, check out Brandon Reed. Next
Yeah.
when he plays tomorrow,
Right.
check out Brandon Reed.
Came well
And so,
recommended.
and so we're like, all right, well, we got to check out Brandon Reed,
Yeah.
and he didn't disappoint.
Yeah, and I think there's a commitment to like the clap, especially when there's not a lot of people, and so there's not a lot of like social momentum or whatever.
Right.
Cliffy
Mhm.
just kept on clapping, and I was
Yeah.
standing slightly ahead of where he was standing, so I kind of kept like kind of side eye, just like checking out my peripheral vision, like, hey, is he still clapping? Is he still gonna clap? I don't want to be the guy that's up here clapping all by myself.
So you
Cliffy's not
kept
afraid to be
clapping.
the guy clapping by himself, and he,
That's right.
he did it. So I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Definitely shout out to Clippy for that. Well, then the next set after Brandon Reed was the Israelites. Classic, the Israelites.
Yeah,
And
which I didn't realize are based out of Portland now, because they were from what, California before.
mhm,
Yeah.
I guess that's happening all over in Portland. Californians coming in and moving in. You know, there they
that's
are.
true. That's true. And as a set itself, as the musical connection to it, it was phenomenal.
And are they? Would you call them first wave ska?
Ooh,
I feel like they might almost be
they're
like they're
almost like
trying to
first wave.
do really old school ska.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you it would be tempting to call them a reggae act, but I think they're trying to be like original, authentic, like Jamaican ska, probably.
No, true, because there were horns there and there was, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I just opened up an envelope of seven ball magazines that I bought from a
Mhm.
fellow on the internet, and there was an interview with the Israelites in one of them, and I was like, "Oh, interesting timing, interesting coincidence."
I have that one with the insiders on the cover
There we go. Yeah, Insider's
over
cover,
there.
exactly.
I used it in a prop for our pitch video.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
totally.
That's right.
So after the Israelites, we had Deathbreaker.
They were ripping, dude.
They were
Mhm.
hard. Yeah, that was when
And
I took in from farther away. It was a good time to sit down
Well, and that's when we had some great
for
images
me.
of you sitting and
Yeah.
chilling and talking to the people. Like it was like gather at my feet, little ones, and let's talk with talk with the Didis. Who brought us? Dick brought us to gather at his
brought us.
feet.
That's what I did at Furnace Fest too. Just kind of plop down in a place where people circulate, people pass by, and just kind of
Right.
wait for someone to show up.
Well, isn't that when you also had a great conversation with Zia? Like she stopped
Yeah,
by
for
at
sure.
that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. We talked extensively about the history of the Portland scene.
Oh,
that's very cool.
I was watching the band, so unfortunately I
They
did
they
not
did a
have.
good job. They
They
ripped.
did,
Well, and the cool part there was you could talk and also hear the music, and that worked out well.
but I wanted to be where I could feel the music.
Oh, and we felt it. We felt it in our hearts. And
I
you know
felt
what
it
else?
physically because I was standing in front of the sub.
And you know when I felt it physically was during The Blamed because I was right up in front of the sub as well during that.
Now, Brock, had you seen The Blamed before?
I had not. No, it was cool to see. It's a very very historic act, and
Yeah.
this was the actual the blamed. This is Brian Gray and Brian Gray's band.
That's right.
Yeah. Did you get to talk to Brian at all?
I did not actually. He's one of the few people I didn't actually talk to. I don't think I was ever at the same place he was, or or he was talking to other people, and I'm like, I didn't want to, didn't want to bother him.
Right.
He was one of the biggest celebrities at Thunderfest, and so I was
Right.
thinking like I just don't want to, I probably wouldn't have bothered him, but that was kind of how my head was working about it.
Yeah, I was glad I got to talk to him a little bit more. I talked to him at Furnace Fest as well. But yeah, super nice guy. Like, just
By all
absolutely
accounts,
loves,
that's what I hear.
yeah, loves music. He was like so happy to be there, and And the Blame did a Stretch Armstrong cover, which was fantastic. Which I
Yes.
forgot to mention when we were talking about Don't Know. They did a cover of Tough Guy by the Beastie Boys, which was so good.
yeah. That
Very
was
cool.
Ripped through
so
that.
good. Absolutely ripped. And it was fun watching him up on stage, just doing it to that.
Yep.
Oh,
That was one thing that was kind of cool was like a bunch of the bands all did like a cover song like in their
yes.
set somewhere.
Right.
That was really cool. Huntington's, they ripped it as always. I mean, before that, we got to go over to the old merch area. And we caught up with Mike Holt real quick, and it was really cool to have that reunion. Since he'd been on the pod before, we didn't get to. I personally didn't get to chat with him in the Pennsylvania set, so it was cool to finally meet him in person at Thunderfest. So that was really cool to kind of connect and at Thunderfest with Mike.
And Huntington's, as always, just absolutely crushed it. Like
Ripped
just
it.
song after song after song. They made an absolutely hilarious MXPX joke
Yep.
about doing an MXPX cover.
That's the
Nice.
only cover of MXPX we'll play. And no matter how hard you ask us, we will not play another.
You guys all ended up on stage during the
Yeah.
Huntingtons, right?
That is true.
Yeah.
At-
And
at
that's
one
kind of
point-
a Huntington's tradition.
Yeah.
The no pool party tonight is
No pool party.
I believe
tonight.
that's what happened in April as well. Just
That's
everybody
right.
goes up and they're like, everybody get up here. At Thunder, Cliffy was like, "You're doing it all wrong. You guys are supposed to be up here with us." So Kevin
And-
immediately goes for the stage, and it's a very tall stage, and so we're trying to get Kevin up onto the stage, and I try to get up, and Kevin's trying to pull me on the stage, and I'm like, "I don't think I can do it." So I ran around to the stairs.
So-
It was yeah.
Meanwhile,
Nice.
I watched both of them do that. I'm like, oh no, and I walk up the stairs.
All the smart people took the stairs.
But
Yeah.
but you're punk rock, and I appreciated that. So you went up
Yeah.
the punk rock way. I went up the stairs as an old man, and we all ended up on stage and just were rocking it out during that. My buddy Anthony was like, "Wait, we can go on stage at this?" And so he's just like, he was so stoked.
You do what Cliffy tells you to do at a Huntington show.
Right.
Welcome to the scene, brother. This
Oh.
is yeah.
The way he dove into the scene was so great. I mean, he already has a Goaty Hook record coming to him. He has Squad 5 was just delivered. He's got like all these bands. He's like, I ordered this CD, I ordered this CD, I ordered, and so I'm like,
He's got like
in
all
it.
the Israelites albums,
He
all
does.
the Nate Allen ones.
Yep.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, he told me on his way back after he dropped me off at the airport, he was rocking the Blaster, and then he was also rocking the Too Bad Eugene. So like he,
Wow.
Anthony, we love
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
We do.
absolute.
So
legend.
does the scene.
Yeah.
for sure.
Huntington's had the squad guys up too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Earlier
Great
before
shot.
that. Yeah.
Great. Before we all ended up on stage, a great shot of the brothers with Chris. I got on the Instagram because Chris was just sitting in the background, and then Jeff runs over and I'm like, "Get your ass over here!" Like, so. But it was
And then
yeah. They brought them up.
Tobin was up there too, which I got a real kick out
very
of because
cool.
Cliffy is not as tall
Not as tall as Tobin. Yeah.
Many of us aren't. Yeah,
Most
right.
people
Right.
are not. Yeah.
Even me
right.
as a tall man is not as tall as Tobin.
Yeah. So he's trying to sing backup vocals into Cliffy's mic, which is significantly shorter than him.
Right.
Nice.
But a great set from Huntington's. It was so good. And that brings us to our boys, friends of the pod, Squad 5
Wait, whoa. I thought we agreed we weren't going to talk about their set. Isn't that the deal that we worked out? Just like Savannah?
Squad is they're amazing. And I'd never seen them before. Never seen them before.
Oh,
It was
you've
so
never
good.
seen them at all?
Yeah.
Before that?
No, never had.
Wow.
I was real jealous of you guys earlier.
So you never saw them back in the day or anything?
No, never did.
Wow. Yeah, I did not know that. Now I'm super stoked
Yeah.
for you.
No,
'Cause-
I've seen the video. I've seen video of several performances. Saw the movie. The movie was great.
Yeah.
The movie made me want to see them live even more.
available wherever you get your streaming
That's
And
right.
they
Or wherever
still-
you buy your Blu-ray.
or
They still
Vimeo.
crush it, right?
Oh yeah.
They do.
Like,
They do more
so
than ever.
good. Yeah.
I know that. I mean, Jeff was just shouting out all the different people by name in the crowd, just like
That was very fun.
it was so fun. He was talking about his knees, and he was telling me not to look at his knees, but I'm like, Jeff, those are the best knees in the business. All right, so
How can you help it?
I mean, no shade, brother. I mean,
Look, if
yeah,
you don't want
I
anybody to
love
look
those
at your
knees.
knees, then you got to cover them up.
Yeah,
put
you
'em
shouldn't
out
have
there.
you shouldn't have worn those shorts, bro.
Don't try and
right.
police these eyes when you put those knees in front of everybody.
That's right,
Like,
that's
what are we
right.
supposed to do?
As I understand, that's exactly how it works.
Exactly.
Yes.
At one point, because if you didn't go to Thunderfest, you definitely missed out. And the folks that were there, we were small but mighty in numbers, and so because of the number, we didn't really have an opportunity to do a mosh pit or a crowd surf like he would have wanted. So at one point, Jeff goes to me and he goes, "All right, Pete, are you feeling strong?" Pete, and I couldn't hear him because we're right at the front of the stage. So I'm like, I just see him looking at me and pointing, and I go, "All right, I'm coming."
Danger zone, buddy. When he looks and points, anything can
So
happen.
I want you to know that I had a
Then
little
the bad stuff happens.
my brother, I've had a little Jeff Fortson, but his was on my neck. Okay.
Have you been teabagged as well, sir?
Only on my neck, not my front.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Right.
Squad 5 no club.
That's right. So I'm kind of part of the club. So at one point he goes off the stage, goes on my shoulders. Okay. And he goes, "All right, take me to the people." And I'm a big dude. So once I start walking, I can't stop. So I'm walking. He goes, "Stop, stop, 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 stop."
You're taking it too far, Pete.
And I'm like, "Okay." And as I'm stopping, I'm going forward. I'm like, "I'm going down." And then I saw a video later where people run up because I'm like, "I'm ready to go down."
Yeah, I
And
was there
didn't
next to
tell
you,
him.
like kind of steadying Jeff.
I also didn't tell him I've had 4 knee surgeries. So the fact that I even had him on my shoulder and I'm feeling good right now was amazing.
At Furnace Fest, he asked a better question. Who is the strongest man here? Is what he posed.
I
And then
wanna
whoever
say-
raised their hands, that's whose shoulders he picked.
I want you to know that he might have asked that, but I couldn't hear it because I was so close to the stage.
So Jeff has big Jack Black energy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. Yeah,
Like
I never thought about
it's
that.
the-
That's
it-
a good way to
it's
frame it.
similar vibes
Oh,
of like
I loved
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
And then they all went, and then all of a sudden I feel this push off of me, and he's like, we're surfing him to the stage, and it was
Did he go upside down?
No.
Sorry, later on at one point he almost did, guys, and
That's true, yeah.
I jumped in and I grabbed him real quick and pushed him back up because he wasn't on my shoulders at that point. And we pushed him back towards like out in the crowd and then back towards the stage. I mean, he made that room his own jungle. And as John said, anytime I'm with my brother, he goes, "Look, I don't care how many people are there. With my brother, it's going to be a trip. It's going to be a party." And I don't know what to expect. And by all means, we did not know what to expect, and it was amazing.
He knows how to turn it up to 11, no matter what.
It was
Yeah.
out of control.
And there's a couple cool shots, like if you watch some of the videos where like he's out like with the people.
Yep.
And you can see like the city in the background, or like in
it's
another
beautiful.
shot, like you can see the bridge all lit up like in the background, and it looked so cool.
Incredible venue.
I saw a shot where he was down in the crowd right next to Mr. Jason W. Davis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I also
He was down in the
saw
crowd a lot.
a Kevin Brennan sighting in that same video. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was good. I don't
Right.
know who shot that video, but it was great.
He was a man of the people. I mean, he
Oh.
was down there.
He always is.
At one point, he grabbed Maverick's phone,
Yeah.
took it up on stage, and just started like filming and like getting right in everybody else's face while he's filming. So we're gonna get that video at some point.
Can we document
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
for the people who acquired the Big Spanker? Who took it home?
Oh, that was me.
Mr. Brockdidis?
Yeah.
That's me.
You've got a Big Spanker.
Dick brought us a spanker. Yeah.
I do.
Pete,
I
do you
do.
feel bad? I feel bad. We got to get a Big Spanker. Each.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for when there's other shows that are going to be happening, but I felt
We need
like,
at least 2 more shows.
So-
that
so-
we
The
attend
cowbell,
to get-
affectionately known as the Big Spanker, ended up with me because they sell it at every show, right? Is that what I understand?
That is correct.
Can you imagine the day that we have completed the quad
Get 4 of them.
Big Spanker?
So personally, I feel like
That's when the podcast ends, folks. That's when it's all over.
Brock did us.
It's a Harry Potter Horcrux situation. Yeah.
I almost pulled the trigger and bought a second one because I thought it would be really funny to snipe it from Brock and then just
It would be hilarious.
every time we go see them. Just
There's another one.
adding.
That would be funny, actually.
As a West Coast for Brock did us to get the Big Spanker this time around was fitting. I mean, because
Exactly.
because Dick brought him all over the place. Okay, so
He did.
I did.
So the fact that he got that was phenomenal.
What is the going rate for an autographed game used cowbell? Yeah.
For the autograph, it's hard to find a comparable item.
Did you get an autograph?
I did.
You should put it on eBay so Pete Hutchinson can bid on it.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now why it was that extra $5 because
Is there an extra autograph on there?
I also signed the Big Spanker.
That's why.
Can't put a price tag on that. $5? That's all you're putting on your the signature.
Nope, that's
$5?
No, because of the funniness of it. But and I also signed it really small.
Pete, I'm
on
also
the
hearing
side,
that it goes up $5 each time. So I would like to be next so that you can pay the 80 and I'll pay the 75.
There we go. Yeah, you'll be the 75.
All right,
Perfect.
Yeah.
all right. Let's fight it out. Okay,
Deal? Like pound across the
I'm not-
virtual.
Nope.
Oh no.
It's every man for himself at this
This is
Oh.
a verbal. Yeah.
Oh, it is on, sir.
and that might get them more money because we might outbid each other.
I'm thinking I want to list mine on eBay for like $8,000 just
Yes.
just for the
Just to
fun
see
of
what
it.
happens. Yeah, right.
Because
right.
I certainly would sell it for that much, but I don't know, and it's not for lack of love. Everybody loves Squad 5-0, but
Right.
I don't expect anyone would buy that from me at that price when they could get their own at the next Squad show. But it would be funny.
Next week on like Thrift Store Tuesday in the Furnace Fest group, just drop it in there for $8,000 and see
The
what happens.
2025 Big Spanker, yeah.
That'd be hilarious. But-
The only it's one of two in 2025. Yes.
Right.
Well,
That's true.
and a connection to Cliffy, just to bring it back, is that to close out and also talking about covers to close out Thunderfest 2025, he brought Cliffy up and they did a little Blitzkrieg bop.
Yeah, Ramon's cover.
So a little Ramones
Yeah.
cover.
Little Blitzkrieg Brock.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, and he was very clear to be sure people knew he was singing Blitzkrieg Brock.
And he kept pointing
Oh,
at
I-
Brock.
Yeah.
Kept pointing
Yeah,
at Brock.
I feel very honored.
Yeah,
I don't know that I
Blitzkrieg
could have
Brock.
asked for more.
So we're running 100% streak of getting a shout out from the stage when a Pickle Home Companion shows up to a squad show.
It's true.
Oh yeah, he told me that stop looking at my knees, Pete, and then a couple other things that he kept talking about. He mentioned, and then he mentioned a couple times. Anthony, he shouted out.
Yep.
And then this other guy. What was the other guy? I don't remember, but it was really funny.
By the way, Landon Mize or Ginnings from Showbread was there, right? At Thunderfest this weekend. Did y'all know that?
What?
Oh,
That's who that
Landon
was.
from
Okay,
Showbread.
now we know.
yes. Yeah,
Now
he
we
does
know.
all the screen. He does all the screen printing for Blaster and Squad.
Yeah, he does the squad T-shirts.
He
does
never
a
told
bunch of
us that
people's
about
t-shirts.
himself.
Yeah, he didn't mention that at all. We
No.
talked to him a lot.
We
By the way, guys,
Also
I'm kind
a
of a
member of
big deal. I was in
Showbread.
Showbread. Yeah.
See, I
'Cause-
recognize the the name, but like when we were talking to him, he didn't say like
No.
his last
'Cause-
name. He was like, "Oh, I'm Landon."
Hey, I'm
'Cause
Landon
he's-
from Showbread.
He's
Yeah.
from the Savannah area, but lives out there. But because of the Savannah connection, like I saw it because I think the squad account reposted him, where he's
Yeah.
like the greatest band yesterday, today, and forever, or something like that of all time, like Squad
Yeah.
5-0.
Yep.
And it was fucking Landon from Showbread.
Jared, this is where you failed us. You didn't tell us.
I mean, I'm catching
I would
up
have been
a day
nervous, you know?
after.
I drove
we
him around a
texted
little
you.
bit. I would have been
But-
nervous.
But we texted you about
I
the
was
t-shirts.
sleeping, Pete. Oh well. Yes,
Well,
you did
here you
text me
go.
about that.
So a T-shirt that you got was screen printed by Brandon from Showbread. There you go.
I know.
Much respect.
There you go.
I assumed you talked to each and every attendee for at least 3 minutes.
We did,
We did.
And it
but we
never
didn't
came
make
up.
that connection.
I assumed
that-
you got to the bottom of this.
That also leads into my small world story later on. That I
Yeah, what
talked to
happened,
him.
Pete?
No, I talked to him for an hour, and then made the connection.
Amazing.
Did we have any other Thunderfest recaps before? I mean, I know that before we go into it, before we end with the when I flew out. I mean, I can do that now. That's no problem.
Squad ruled the night. You guys
Squad
went
ruled the
out.
night.
Jeff didn't sleep. Party
Yeah.
hard. Andrew WK. That's a wrap.
Oh, none of us slept, and then we texted Jared at 6 a.m. EST from 3 a.m. PST.
I was waking. I actually was more than awake. I was getting ready to go for the day.
Nope. Yep. Because we hit up one more bar to end the night after we kind of helped clean up some, and then realized that we were trying to see some people before they all left, and we went out for a little bit, enjoyed and ruled the night.
Forever Young.
The Standard Tavern.
That's right.
It's the only place in most of Portland that's open until 2:30 on Sunday night.
Oh man! And once again, Brock with the clutch,
Really good dry cider there.
Oh, so good.
Yep, and the food is really fucking hot.
It's so hot. It's so hot. It was so hot.
We know this
the next day, but
both because the food was really fucking hot, and
also,
because the bartender that served it to us repeatedly told us that it's really fucking hot.
Every time we drop off another round, he go, "It's really fucking hot."
I was waiting for you to say, and the bartender, she was really fucking hot.
That bartender, he was very fucking hot.
He was.
Or
Nice.
well, I kept thinking it was Justin, like like through the corner of my eye, like, is Justin behind the bar again?
Don't touch those shot glasses, guy. Don't touch those shot glasses. Let them do it.
Oh my gosh! So,
Did you do shots at any point this weekend?
we did not.
No.
Well
we
done.
should have, but we didn't.
Congratulations.
Nope, we
any
didn't do it.
any Jägermeister consumed?
No.
That's
Nope.
because Brock is Brock sober for this year.
That's right.
That'll change. That'll change at Christmas.
But we also didn't walk around the whole city going from bar to bar like we
Next
did.
next Thunderfest, everybody's drinking shots of Jaeger with Brock.
With Brock. We'll do that for you. Yeah.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yeah, totally.
But
Chased by a monster. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I do want to end with like what the crazy story of what happened at the end of my Thunderfest weekend.
What happened at the end of your Thunderfest weekend, Pete?
I know. Probably the music's playing right now, but you're gonna have to stop the music, Kevin, because there's more to talk about this dang weekend. Jared, my boy, you missed out on a great weekend. All right, so anyway, so sorry.
That was uncalled for, sir. That was
apologize.
uncalled for.
All right, so we're at Thunderfest 2025, wrapping up. I'm here with my friend Zia. Zia, what did you think of Thunderfest 2025?
Fight! 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 Fight the system! Fight! 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 Fight the system!
So, Brock did us. Can you tell me the name of your new moving company?
My new movie, Dick brought us home.
Oh, so your wife brought you here, right?
Yes.
But
Dick brought us home.
that's right. Write that
All
down.
the way home, baby.
All the way home. Write that down, Pete. We're here at Thunderfest, and John's going to tell us about that guitar. What guitar does my boy Chris have?
It is a Stratocaster, Fender Stratocaster.
What makes it special?
Our guitar special?
No. What makes your bass special?
Oh, it does not have a B or a high E string.
Thank you.
That is what makes every bass special.
You're special.
You're special too. I love you.
I love you too. Oh, PDH, PDH. Let's go, Unmarked Pickle Soldiers! Oh!